The Wild West, also known as the Old West or the American West, refers to the period of American history between the late 1860s and the early 1900s. This was a time of expansion and growth for the United States, as settlers and entrepreneurs moved westward in search of new opportunities. The Wild West has had a lasting impact on American culture and has influenced many aspects of modern society, which is exactly why I wanted to base my frontier off the Wild West. One of the most significant legacies of the Wild West is the myth of American cowboy. The cowboy, with his rugged individualism and strong sense of justice, has become an iconic figure in American folklore and has inspired numerous of books, movies, and television shows. To many people, the Wild West is really only a movie, and lots of people don't know the lasting impact that the West truly has had on our society. Things like farming technology, transportation systems, and many more wouldn't be the same if we didn't have a period like the Wild West. This period of time was almost like a dumbed-down version of the Renaissance for the United States. The expansion of the Wild West also promised new opportunities and a better life to many people in search of land to homestead or to start a business. And the vastness of the Western territories meant that there was plenty of land available for those who were willing to work hard. Of course, settling in the West was not without its challenges. The harsh conditions and the threat of danger from outlaws and the elements of nature made life in the West difficult at times. But those who were able to overcome these challenges, the promise of prosperity and independence was a powerful incentive to head west. Movies about the Wild West portray it as extremely violent and dangerous, with gunfights happening almost every day over simple things. While this isn't exactly the case, the Old West was definitely a dangerous place to live in for an average family. Looking at the statistics, Dodge City, a smallish town in Kansas, the average man would have a 1 in 61 chance of being murdered in any given year. While this might be a lot in modern times, this does not compare to what Hollywood says about the Wild West, with gunfights happening nearly every single day and massacres just happening on the regular. Something that was a problem back in the Wild West was the act of train robberies. These robberies were very common with the installment of railroads in the West, would do these robberies to obtain money and ranking. Train robberies peaked in 1893 and 1894, but then slowly disappeared and were pretty much gone by the 1930s. During the years after the Civil War, there were a major problem of unemployment and lawlessness appearing all over the United States, and gangs such as the Reno Gang would capitalize on this and begin to terrorize the West. On October 6, 1866, one of the first ever recorded train robberies happened by the Reno brothers when they boarded an eastbound train going from Ohio to Mississippi that was carrying passengers. When the Reno brothers boarded, they were wearing masks and toting guns. They emptied a safe, tossed another one out the window, and stole money from passengers. They didn't make a lot of money, but they made enough to keep going. And they would go on to be one of the major train robbery gangs in America.